For many teams, the World Cup may have come to an end after a defeat in the semi-finals, but Croatia and Morocco still have momentum. Morocco will play for the pride of African football. And Croatia will want to give Luka Modric a meaningful farewell gift in the final match at the World Cup. The third-place match in the World Cup has long been considered one of the most meaningless matches in football history. Because in the depressed mood of losing on the doorstep of heaven, most of the teams are not too enthusiastic about this procedural match. However, for reasons of television rights and commitment to sponsors, FIFA has maintained it since 1954 until now. But tonight, perhaps the governing body of world football will not have to worry too much about the attractiveness of the match at Khalifa Stadium. Because both Croatia and Morocco have reasons to fight. Their goal, of course, is not a $27 million bonus, because the actual losing team only receives less than $2 million. Instead, their goal is the bronze medal, with any other team. The third or fourth place is probably not so important. Most fans only remember the World Cup final, but rarely pay attention to the outcome of the third-place match. However, tonight's theoretical match will be a very different one. After a hard-to-swallow defeat against the French team, Morocco wants to bid farewell to the 2022 World Cup with a win. It was the African team's coach Walid Regragui who confirmed that determination. Speaking at the pre-match press conference, the 47-year-old strategist stated, "This is not a match we want to be in. But we will do everything to get third place. We are not only playing for our country, but also for Africa." But determination is also something that Croatia does not lack. As this is the last World Cup for Dejan Lovren, 33 years old, Ivan Perisic, 33, and especially Luka Modric, 37, the player over 37 years old played the second most matches at a World Cup with 6 times. Played in Qatar, only one match less than the duo Peter Shilton, England, 1990, and Dino Zoff, Italy, 1982. And before the match, it was Modric who stated that his and his teammates' goal was to win and return to Croatia with a medal. So the question is, which team will win? Witnessing what Morocco has done against Belgium, Spain, Portugal and France, many people will probably lean towards the African team in the rematch between the two teams that were in the same Group F. However, reality. The game will probably be very different than everyone thinks. Croatia versus Morocco. Force information, physically, the two teams are pretty even. Because while the Croatian squad is older and still has to play extra time in the previous two-thirds of the knockout round, Morocco has less than a day off. But in terms of people, Croatia is slightly ahead of its African rival. For the match at Khalifa Stadium, the European team will have the strongest squad. They will only lose Marcelo Brozovic to injury early in the second half against Argentina, but the midfielder's void can be filled by Lovro Major or Christian Jakic. Because after having to inject painkillers to participate in the semi-finals, midfielder Joko Gvardiol was ready for battle. Morocco is not so lucky. They lost centre-back Naif Aguerd to injury shortly before the semi-final against France. Before losing captain centre-back Romain Sess and left-back Nussair Mazraoui in the match for the same reason. If this trio does not recover in time, Morocco will be without three-quarters members of the quartet that helped them concede only one goal in the first 5 matches in the 2022 World Cup. With that patchwork shield, Yassine Bouna's goal will hardly stand. Therefore, Croatia's winning door is also brighter in Modric's final World Cup match. And the golden generation of Croatian football may be leaving Qatar with a gift of consolation.